There is one kind of account available at almost no traditional bank in this country, where the money inside it can grow for the rest of your life, and the government cannot tax a single dollar of it ever again. Not when it grows, not when you take it out, not even when you leave it to your children. And the reason your bank has never once sat you down and offered it to you is simple. Every dollar you move into this account is a dollar your bank stops earning money on. So they stay quiet, the government stays quiet, and millions of seniors keep their life savings sitting in accounts where the taxman is a silent partner on every withdrawal until the day they die. Today, I am going to name that account, show you exactly how the government reaches into the accounts you already have, and walk you through the one move that seniors are legally allowed to make right now that locks the door for good. And stay with me to the end, because there is a 5-year rule buried inside this that trips up good people every single year. And if you get it wrong, the protection you thought you had simply is not there when you need it. But before I name the account, you need to see the problem clearly, because most seniors have no idea how many hands are already inside their savings. Start with the account you probably have right now, a traditional IRA or an old 401k from your working years. Here is what nobody explained when you opened it. That money has never been taxed, not $1 of it, which means the government is not waiting outside that account. The government is inside it, holding a claim on a piece of every single withdrawal you will ever make, at whatever tax rate happens to exist in the year you take the money out. If tax rates rise in the future, the government's share of your savings rises with them, and you were never asked. And here's the part that stuns people. You are not even allowed to leave the money alone. The year you turn 73, the law forces you to start pulling money out whether you need it or not. They are called required minimum distributions, and the penalty for missing one can reach 25% of the amount you were supposed to withdraw. Think about what that means. The government decides when you withdraw, how much you withdraw, and what share of it they keep. On your own savings, that is not full ownership. That is a partnership you never agreed to. But it gets quieter and crueler than that, because those forced withdrawals reach backward and poison everything else you receive. Every dollar the government forces out of your IRA gets added to a number called your provisional income, and that number decides how much of your Social Security check gets taxed. So a withdrawal you did not want, in an amount you did not choose, can drag up to 85% of your Social Security benefit onto your tax return. And it does not stop there. If those withdrawals push your income past certain lines, Medicare adds a surcharge to your Part B and Part D premiums. And that surcharge can cost a couple thousands of dollars a year. One forced withdrawal, 3 separate bills, and your bank statement never shows you a single one of them as a fee, because the system was built so that you would never see it happen all at once. Now I will name the account because you have waited long enough. It is called a Roth IRA, and I know some of you just leaned back because you have heard those words before, and nobody ever explained why they matter so much after 65. So listen closely, because this is the part your bank has no reason to tell you. Inside a Roth IRA, the rules you just heard simply do not exist. The money grows, and the growth is never taxed. You withdraw whenever you want, and the withdrawal is never taxed. There are no required minimum distributions for as long as you live, not at 73, not at 93. The government has no claim inside the account, no schedule for your money, and no share of your withdrawals. And because Roth withdrawals do not count toward provisional income, taking money out does not make your Social Security taxable and does not trigger the Medicare surcharge. The money comes out clean and quiet and entirely yours. And when you pass away, it keeps protecting your family. Your children can inherit that Roth and take every dollar out federally tax-free. Compare that to a traditional IRA, where your children inherit your account with the government's claims still attached and are forced to empty it within 10 years, often during their highest earning years, at their highest tax rates. One account passes on your savings, the other passes on your savings and your tax bill. So the obvious question, if this account is so powerful, why has your bank never offered it to you? Follow the money, and the silence explains itself. A bank makes its living on your deposits. It pays you a fraction of 1% on your savings and lends that same money out at 7, 8, 9% and keeps the difference. A Roth IRA is typically opened at a brokerage, not a branch, and the money inside it usually leaves the deposit side of the bank entirely. Every dollar you move is a dollar of their cheapest funding walking out the door. The teller is not hiding it from you out of malice. The product that protects you simply is not the product they are paid to mention. And the government, for its part, has billions of reasons to prefer that your savings stay in accounts where every withdrawal owes them a share. Nobody is lying to you. They are just counting on you never asking. Now here's the part most seniors believe disqualifies them, and it is wrong. People think a Roth is only for young workers because you need earned income to contribute to one. But there is a second door, and it has no age limit and no income limit at all. It is called a Roth conversion. You take money that is sitting in your traditional IRA, you move it into a Roth, and you settle up with the government one time at today's known tax rates on the amount you move. After that, the door closes behind you. That money and every dollar it ever earns is out of the government's reach for the rest of your life. And the careful way to do it is not all at once. The move that careful retirees make is converting a slice at a time. Each year, just enough to fill up their current tax bracket and not a dollar more. Especially in the years between retirement and age 73, when your income is low and your forced withdrawals have not started. Those years are a window. Every year that passes with your money still sitting in a traditional IRA, that window closes a little more. But now the 5-year rule I warned you about, because this is where good people get hurt. Each conversion you make starts its own 5-year clock. And if you withdraw converted money before its clock finishes, and you are under 59 and a half, or you touch earnings before the account itself is 5 years old, part of your withdrawal can be taxed or penalized after all. For most seniors, the fix is simple. Open the Roth now, even with a small amount, so the account clock starts today. Convert with money you will not need for at least 5 years. And never convert your emergency cushion. This account is for the savings that were going to sit for years anyway, growing quietly, with the government's hand finally out of the jar. Let me put a real face on this, because numbers slide past and people do not. Picture a widow, 70 years old, with $200,000 sitting in her late husband's IRA. She files as a single person now, which means the widow's penalty has already found her because single filers hit higher tax brackets at half the income a couple did. In 3 years, the forced withdrawals begin, whether she needs the money or not. Each one raises the tax on her Social Security. Each one pushes her closer to the Medicare surcharge. And whatever is left when she is gone lands on her children with the tax bill attached. Nobody at her bank has ever said the word Roth to her. Not once. Because the day she converts is the day that money stops being profitable to everyone except her. Now step back and look at what this whole story shares with everything the system does. The claim on your IRA does not announce itself. The forced withdrawal law does not knock on your door and explain what it will do to your Social Security. The Medicare surcharge arrives as a premium, not a tax, so you never call it one. And the one account that ends all of it sits in plain sight, fully legal, written into the law for decades, waiting for you to ask about it by name. The system is not lying to you. It is simply built on the quiet hope that you will leave your money exactly where it is. So here is the one thing I am asking you to do this week, and it is not a someday task. Call the place that holds your IRA or sit down with a tax professional you trust and ask 2 questions. What would it cost me to convert a slice of my IRA to a Roth this year without leaving my tax bracket? And how do I start my 5-year clock now? That is the whole conversation. 10 minutes. The math is personal, the amounts are yours to choose, but the clock only starts the day you ask. And before you go, think of one person who needs to hear this. A parent still holding an old 401k they have not looked at in years. A sister who was just widowed and inherited an IRA with a claim inside it she cannot see. A friend from church whose forced withdrawals start next year and who has no idea what they are about to do to her Social Security check. Send this to that one person today because the window I told you about is open for them right now, and it will not stay open forever. That is what we are here for. I will see you in the next one.